Hey, real quick, I wanted to talk about this Dexter Taylor situation up in New York City. Dexter Taylor is a 53-year-old man, New York native that took up a hobby of basically gunsmithing. Was able to secure different parts from off the web and was able to create what they call ghost guns, basically his own independent guns, and craft his own within his own home. He wasn't selling or anything like that, like it matters, because, I mean, Second Amendment, but he wasn't selling it. But, one night, the SWAT, the feds raided his house and arrested him. He went to trial. And he was just recently sentenced to 10 years in prison. Now given where he lives at, he's extremely naive, understanding the type of tyrannical state that he lives in. It's a tyrannical socialist ass state. I mean, the whole country is, but especially New York. And just a complete lack of awareness, but still, he had the right according to the Second Amendment, and his constitutional rights were completely violated. One of the things that were highlighted within the case was the fact that when the lawyer brought up the Second Amendment in the courtroom, Judge Abena Darkeh, if I think that's how you pronounce her name, basically told him that, flat out shot it down and told him the Second Amendment doesn't exist within this courtroom and you're in New York City, and didn't allow them to argue that within the trial. So yeah, he was sentenced to 10 years in prison. When is enough enough? When is enough enough? It's an awful situation. The quote-unquote leadership, the public servants here in this country are completely compromised. Those quote-unquote constitutional rights, of course, we have God-given rights. A constitutional right is still a privilege, but it's an agreement, it's a contract. And these public servants are breaching these agreements on a daily basis, but nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck. And we still keep supporting these fools. Being a Darkeh, she's a black woman judge, which shows you right there what I've always talked about is it doesn't matter. We sit up there and do these politics based on identity and all of that, and that doesn't matter at all. Those are immutable traits. They do not show the core of a person or who a person is, their character. Ideology is what connects people, not their race, not their, not their color or anything like that. Ideology. And so they're able to find these people. These people get put into these positions that are able to carry out, basically the state, because the state is compromised, but they're able to carry out their doing, carry out their corruption. So I've donated to the man. You can he's got a campaign that's going. He's taking it to the higher courts, hopefully to the circuit courts, to make an appeal to argue for his Second Amendment rights, which he rightfully so he should. But he's got a campaign, donation campaign on Give, Send, Go. I've donated to it. I put it in the community part on my YouTube channel. So if anybody y'all feel generous, feel free to go help the man out. It could be, man, this shit could be anybody. But we definitely, man, we got to stay vigilant on this type of stuff. And I mean, it happens all the time. He's just one of many who's having their constitutional rights violated. It doesn't matter what you think. The Second Amendment says shall not be abridged. It's a well-regulated militia has already been, that means anybody, the people. That means anybody. It's already been understood. It's been discussed within court. People trying to talk about, it means the government, military, and all of this other stuff. No, that doesn't even make fucking sense. It's the people. It's the people. The people. You. In case that your government gets out of pocket, which they've been out of pocket. So, but yeah, this is just crazy, man. You just gotta be aware. You gotta be aware of your surroundings. He wasn't aware of his surroundings. He was very naive in the situation, but that does not excuse what the judge did. And what makes it worse, when you go back and look into this judge's history, and she was a part of all of these diversity projects and different stuff like that. But then, you see, I found an actual article from the New York Post to where this is from 2015, she actually let a criminal out. She let a criminal out who was charged with robbery, and they wanted a $30,000 bail for him. And she let him out on free bond, on free bail, no bail. Where's that sympathy for this guy? Because he's just collecting guns, crafting guns within his home, which he has the right to protection. Every human has the God-given right to their own protection, because other humans are capable of anything, including your governments. They're human. They bleed the same. They make mistakes just like the next man. They corrupt like the next man. They do not have the authority that they've been able to achieve for themselves in this government. It's no different than if I strong arm somebody and gain authority. How did they get in that position within the first place? It's through money. Through money. Who crafted all of this? Y'all can talk about elections and democracy. It's through money. It's through money and power. That's how that happens. Like same way the cartel gains power. So just something to think about. But we're going to monitor Dexter Taylor's case and his progress, and hopefully he's able to get out of this jam. But man, just 10 years for exercising your right. 10 years, and what they have on the books. These judges take the oath. Every time they get sworn in before they become a judge. They take the oath to defend the Constitution. These judges, these police officers. When is enough enough? I'll holler at y'all later.